Bamzing's build first. So chat, YouTube, it's time for Bamzing's build of Boros Energy. This is a more controlling list of Boros Energy, as is what he's been playing recently. He doesn't play any Rogmons, he doesn't play any Goblin Bombardments. Instead, he maxes out on Static Prisons. Got the obviously the 4 guys, 4 Ocelots. He's got 4 Gals, 3 copies of the Lightning Bolts, so 11 copies of 1 mana removal spells. And then we've got the 4 Johnny, 4 Amped Raptor, 2 copies of Blood Moon, 4 Flage, and 4 Ring. Because he's a firm believer that 4 ring is the right number of rings. Sometimes I think that 4 ring is too many rings and that I want like maybe 2 and then 2 more in the sideboard, because in certain matchups, 4 rings really good. In other matchups like Storm, you just board them out, and Amulet Titan, you board them out as well. So it really depends on how much combos in the meta. And the mana base wise, we've got 3 copies of Aether Hub, 3 Arena of Glory, 4 copies of Arid Mesa, 2 Flooded Strands, 2 Marsh Flats, Fetches Shocks, and 2 copies of Elegant Parlor. Only 2 planes in this list. Some lists opt to run like more than 2 planes because sometimes you exile your planes to the Amped Raptor and then you can't fetch out the second planes and play a Blood Moon. So this one's only playing 2. I kind of prefer 3 sometimes, but we'll try it with 2. Sideboard wise, we got 2 copies of Chain to the Rocks for the Blue Black Frog matchup. It helps kill Eyeball as well, which is pretty nice, even though the Eyeball still makes it 2-2. I think this was much better against Murktide than it is against Eyeball, but it's still pretty good against Eyeball. I got 1 copy of Exercise, which is exile target artifact, enchantment, or creature with power 4 or greater. So you can exile the 1 ring, you can exile a Murktide, you can exile the Frog, you can exile the Eyeball. It is sorcery, which is a big downside, but it is pretty versatile because it hits artifact, enchantment, or creature for 1 in the white. 2 copies of High Noon for the Storm matchup because Storm is still a very real threat, and this deck kind of struggles against Storm. 1 copy of Thraben Charm for the Mirror because it destroys an enchantment, exiles a graveyard, and it's also a removal spell all in one, so it does kind of a lot. A couple copies of Sanctum Prelate. This he told me this is for Mono Blue Belcher because you don't have very many outs to Mono Blue Belcher. So if you can resolve a Sanctum Prelate on 4, they kind of can't win the game unless they remove it. They got to remove it with like Sink into Stupor or into the Flood Maw, something, some anti-combo card or anti-lock piece card. 1 copy of Surgical Extraction for the Flacious decks, and also Goryo's. It's just our only piece of graveyard hate, except for this 1 copy of Thraben Charm. I think his original list had 2 Thraben Charms, but I wanted to try the 1 exercise in the spot of the Thraben Charm. And I don't know. I'm kind of just curious to see how the exercise play out. Vivid, thank you for this year 1 in 24 months. I should add Fury. Fury's a good card. I miss Fury. I should call Fury. Instead, I get to call Blood Moon. 3rd copy of Blood Moon in the sideboard for the Amulet matchup, and also the green man bases like Jeskai and Blue Black. And then 4 copies of Charm off the Eldrazi matchup, and then Trusted Gigant, though. Here's where we're going to start, and then we'll make changes accordingly. It's pretty good. Turn me down to 0, turn the music up all the way. Alright, I can do that. Maybe 6 stream. Song's a banger, though. Let's get a basic planes. And a pass. I'll deck the arena. Do you think Frogs Oblivious is playing Frogs? And is Oblivious? I kind of don't want to get spell snared here, but I'm going to get spell snared if they have spell snare. What are you going to do? Spell snare me? Fetches, Shocks of Water, Grave, spell snares me, untaps, plays a frog, Despair. Dot Scour. Okay, okay. Scope. I played a 1-drop into a 2-drop, and they just couldn't handle it. Alright, so let's take the exercise, the Chain to the Rocks. I think the extra copy of Blood Moon is fine. I don't know how good the Blood Moon is in the matchup. Like, sometimes it's really good, sometimes it's really shit. Either way, I don't think there's a worse card than Lightning Bolt in the matchup, so we'll cut the Lightning Bolts, and then we'll trim a couple copies of Flage as well. And then we'll try it like that. Yeah, they did a Dingo Keep. They were like, 1 land Thought Scour, snap it off. I respect it. I'm a sucker for 1 land cantrip hands. I can't stop keeping them. Can't stop, won't stop keeping them. I think Charm. Every time I board in Charm against these blue-black frog decks, it ends up lining up very poorly. I think Surgical's better because I don't have to hold up mana for it, and then I could just like tap out for a ring and then Surgical their eyeball when they go to unearth it. Maybe Charm's better against the unearth build of this deck, but I've only tried Charm against specifically the Murktide version, and it's really poor against the Murktide version because they can just like, stick a Murktide when I'm least expecting it. And then I can't even like, oh, Charm your graveyard or anything. My opponent said it won't let me move one of my sideboard cards into the main deck. That's neat. Maybe restart? Question mark. They only have 54 seconds, so I don't even know if I'm gonna have time to restart. I said not enough time. Rip opponent. Here's my emotional support elk. Jagathan. That's okay. Everyone got his souls turned to a Johnny with surgical extraction for an early frog. Sorry, early eyeball off of an unearth. If they have an early frog, I'm in trouble. Rage no early frog. Nihil Spellbomb. Indubitably. Yes, quite. Your Spellbomb is Nile. Frog time. Wobble. Raug. Ooh, Aether Habajani lets me fly this guy to souls, which is kind of nice. Actually, I can't really attack here, because if I attack, they could discard their entire hand and block my guy to soul. I guess I don't really care if they do that, though. If they do that, then I just get to, like, block their frog forever. Alright, my hand is pretty land heavy, so let's hope to rip something pretty good off the top. The sad part about them having frog is if they discard the eyeball in an attempt to unearth the eyeball, then I surgical it, they can exile it with the frog, and then I can't even like surgical all the eyeballs out of their deck. But it still gets that one off the table, which is nice. This is a spot where Thraben Charm would be like a lot worse, I think. Although with Thraben Charm could potentially threaten the frog. Since I already established my board pretty well, so maybe Thraben Charm is good here. It's tough to know. This card's sinking a stupor. I love that my opponent's name is Frog Oblivious and they're playing frogs. It makes me happy. You're a real one opponent. You know what's up. This card's a Harbinger, so I should fetch a mountain pretty aggressively. Let's surgical. I ain't trying to deal with this. They might have Spell Snare, or sorry, Spell Pierce is their last card. I got Swamp. Yeah, I'm gonna fetch a mountain here because I'm scared. Pushes the Ajani. Oh, they could fly the frog. Maybe I don't fetch a mountain. Nah, let's fetch a mountain by Giganta. We're kind of flooding out a little bit here. However, I don't think we're in a bad spot. We're gonna race them. They're gonna draw 2 cards a turn. I'm gonna get hit by this frog every single turn. Not the greatest spot to be in. Not the worst spot either. Cracks the now spellbomb to cycle it, and then they're gonna attack with frog. In with the frog. See if they're gonna grow it. There's too much overhead light here. That's probably good. I'm doing over voltage. Hope you're well. Now spell bomb. Okay. Can do. Ooh. We're flooding. I would love a chain to the rocks here. Deals with the frog pretty cleanly. Also going to 4, so sad that none of our lands are Arena of Glory either. I'm probably gonna save that for Saturday, Raven. But I do want to play that list because that list looks awesome. Discards the frog. Yeah, you can probably just YOLO it, right? Would you like to trade ski? I think I should get rid of the frog instead of playing the Giganta out here. This frog's a pretty real threat. Onto the rocks. Persist. Whoa. Who wins? Persist, a 1-1, or the One Ring? I don't think Harbinger's very good against energy. I initially thought that it was when I was playing the blue-black frog deck, but the more I played against energy, the more I was like, it doesn't really do anything. If they fetch a single basic mountain, they have 17 million bolt effects plus static prison chain to the rocks. Jeez. I think this hand's okay. Good old Halo Tractor. ELHF. The one thing I'm concerned about when playtesting on Moto versus Paper is I think there's a lot more combo decks in Paper. And I think this deck doesn't fare very well against combo decks, so maybe we got to tweak our sideboard a little bit for the Paper meta. I'm playing Shardless Bug and Legacy. I have Bug lands in my deck. Yeah, I am playing some Paper Legacy at a local out here in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. So I can do some play testing for Eternal Weekend, but I'm playing Storm. I bought my first ever dual land like a month ago. Didn't feel good. Minus 800. It wasn't quite that much. It was 450, I think. Still, hoofda. Bowmaster. That was a tropical island. In a tropical island. I think I might have a pretty good next turn. Get to like remove 2 things here. Yeah, man. Some of the decks I want to play in Legacy, I'm like, I can't afford this. Give me something more reasonable. Yeah, duels are mad unaffordable. Also, bless my buddy that's letting me Lion's Eye Diamonds so I can play Storm because there's no shot I'm gonna pick up Lion's Eye Diamonds at $400 to $500 a piece. Miss me with that. Get a heavily play Tundra and play back to basics. That's actually a legit strategy. Just like play something cheap because there are cheap legacy decks or decks like Death Shadow that don't require very many dual lands. Actually, I should bolt first, right? So I don't have to exile this other Flage in the graveyard. Playing ad nauseum tendrils. I should post my list somewhere. Yeah, I purchased one dual land and then I'm borrowing the rest. Cat or Orc Army? Let's kill the cat. I'll take a picture tonight and post it on Twitter. Everything else was like really cheap in the deck, except for whatever reason, Veil of Summer. I didn't realize Veil of Summers were $16. Actual factual ant. I don't like the Epic Storm. I find the Epic Storm to be like mad inconsistent. I miss my blue cantrips. I attack, kill this Orc Army token, then they die. Yeah, I didn't realize Veil of Summer is so expensive. I ended up just copying the secret layer ones because they were the same price as the normal ones, which were both like $16 a piece. All right. Mardu Energy. Take the Raven Charm. I don't mind an exercise here. I could see another copy of Blood Moon coming in as well. Maybe I take those four and board out some gals. Swap those for those. Chain of the Rocks isn't too bad either. I want to try Blood Moon against Mardu. I might end up siding it out. I want to try the extra one, and then if Blood Moon sucks this game, I'm going to board it out and bring Chain of the Rocks. The Forbidden Sanctum Prelate tech is actually for Mono Blue Belcher. If you get it down, you can name four. They can't Char Belcher you, they can't Memory Lapse you, and then you can't lose unless they go Sink of the Stupor into the Flood Maw. So it just makes them have an additional answer. Sounds okay. Yeah, you can name two against Storm. That's pretty good too. Which makes me think like maybe you don't need all these high dunes, but at the same time, waiting until you get to turn 3 to cast Sanctum Prelate can be too slow against Storm, right? Because Storm could just kill you on their turn 2. They can kill you on their turn 3 like 90% of the time, turn 2 like maybe 40%. So I think Sanctum Prelate could be too slow sometimes. Okay, they just were. Yeah, but it's a lot harder for them to like wear out a Belcher. I'm actually playing one copy of Burning Wish in my Ad Nauseam Tendrils list. I got one main deck of Burning Wish. Agony. When it gets closer to Eternal Weekend, I'm going to stream some Legacy. But for now, Vegas is coming up much sooner. So, and so is the Apex Invitational. So we got to play some Modern. I got to keep doing what I do every day. Yeah, the true Anzig cosplay. I'm going to start playing Beans. Tanking every single turn for multiple minutes. And then doing VOD review in the middle of our game. I'm playing Ant. Big Tendrils fan. Maybe just take this Blood Moon. Tendrils of Agony had 2 fans. I'm one of them. And the other one is probably Demonic Tutors. Let's draw step the Surgical and take their Flages. Johnny, Amped Raptor, Galv, Gratisouls. So they got 3 rings, 3 Bowmasters, 2 Graveyard Trespassers. This turn's probably going to be Amped Raptor. Or it's probably Goddess and the Amped Raptor this turn for them. So I got to do a little bit of damage control when we untap here. This is going to be a good turn for them. And it's a very fringe deck in Legacy right now. I love it though. Ever since I saw like Caleb Scherer back in 2016 playing Legacy at the SCG Tour, I knew I wanted to play Ant in Legacy one day. In paper. That's what we call living the dream. Back with cat. Yep. It's just like a Goddess Souls Flage turn. Kill their Goddess Souls maybe. And they have another Johnny in their hand. Maybe I could kill Johnny. Dude, this sucks. Save me, Halo Tractor. That's crazy magical. I think somebody said that the other day too, and I was surprised because I was like, it was expensive. I think the badge was like 150 or something like that for the weekend, or 120. And then all the events were like an extra $300 on top of that for signing. I signed up for 3 events and it was like an extra $300. I was like, holy schmoly. Those secret layer showdowns are like $100 a pop. Plus, I had to get my flight and all that. All right. The ring looping continues until morale improves. Yeah, I should have just bought duels for my legacy deck instead of going to Vegas. That's a lot of schmeckles. That's a lot of static prisons. I don't think we win this game. I also don't think this Blood Moon did anything. Yeah, I should have just grinded the cube event on Magic Online. That that was the most killer field I think I've ever seen for an event. Your Fire Foes would be great here. Instead, we get Raven Charm. So I can't beat this Johnny flipping. So maybe I play Cat, Prison. No, I can't do all that. Prison, Flage, Star of Extinction, go. This sucks. 1, 2. I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm just gonna scoop. All right, Blood Moon. Get out of my deck. People have a lot of mixed opinions about whether or not Blood Moon's good against Mardu, and I kind of think it just sucks. I pretty much took my turn 3 off to do nothing. The event own as a viewer. It's gonna be sick to watch that 8-person draft. I don't even know if they're doing coverage for it. I hope they do. I think it'd be a mistake not to do coverage for it. Yeah, the old Amp Raptor High Noon combo. Oh, I'm gonna keep this, put back the ring. I'm gonna fetch a planes to scare them into thinking that I still have Blood Moon in the deck. I don't. Oh yeah, I forgot to update the record also. 1 dash. Polish Masters. It's probably Bill Masters. Glorfish Masters. Killing Goddess Souls. Alright, Amp Raptor. One ring. Yay! Yay! I love the One Ring. Oh my god, I love you, One Ring. And the crowd goes mild. Stupid freaking card, man. Cats. Cats, energy, life, and the pursuit of the One Ring. Yeah, that was a pretty insane turn 3. Making me so mad, the One Ring. Flage the Flage. Psych. Flage upstairs. Cats. Cats go. Is it the 2 ring? The 2 ring. Survey. Unbiddable. I don't even think Bolt's that bad here. Alright, we'll Static Prison their ring. Sandbag the Arena of Glory. And then draw step Surgical as Flage. See what they're working with. Great googly moogly. That's a lot of play patterns. Orcish Bowmaster Static Prison. And 3 lands. Show me what you're working with. Spread them. The hand, of course. This is a family-friendly stream chat. Now those are play patterns I can get behind. Family-friendly stream. Family-friendly stream. Cast the One Ring. Choose one. Choose one, not both. Scoop. They're losing money. Don't kill my cat. Preordains. Yeah, who's buying like 10 drinks? I guess some of you would definitely buy 10 drinks. I'm like a 2-drink Andy. I'm like I got 2 drinks in me. I'm like, I'm good chilling. That's it. Yeah, it's also Vegas. That's true. So maybe it's like 4 drinks in Vegas. And that's why we are the master baiter chat. Family friendly, of course. Green Hollow one. Do I need to pray for the high rolls? Yeah, you do. Gotta go confess your sins, and then you'll get good burning inquiry hits after that. But if you don't even think about showing up. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oops. That one. I choose you, Static Prison. I choose you, Lightning Bolt. All right. A Long Island costs more than $12. Is a banned Long Island. Long Islands are actually like one of my favorite drinks if I were to drink. Banned bad. Could be a banned drink as well. Yeah, that's why I only have two. That's why I'm a two drink Andy. Because I don't like beer. I don't think I evolved my palate enough to enjoy mediocre carbonated water with slight yeast flavor. I don't know. Not for me. It's like if I'm gonna drink, we're gonna drink to get drunk. Go to Europe. I've never been to Europe. I want to go to Europe though. It's got the bolts. It's when you have to sneak into a restaurant. I'm in. I do enjoy sours. I think sours are like the best beer. Any of like the sweet beers, kind of, I don't care for them. Refuse to drink sours. Sours are an acquired taste, much like many other beers, I think. Internet, thank you for the 11 months. The prelates are for Mono Blue Belcher because if you stick the prelate against Mono Blue Belcher in name 4, they can't char Belcher you. They can't memory lapse. They have to war for a Belcher, which is a lot less efficient for them. So yeah, that's what they're for. Appreciate the reset. Agony. It's probably gonna get spell snared. No, I'm not playing in the main event worlds, but I'm just hanging out and playing some Secret Lair showdowns. Whoosh. I don't know what it's called. Memory something. Somebody tell me what it's called. Yeah, I don't like whiskey. I don't like brandy. Vodka's okay. Sake's pretty good though. Memory deluge. That's not what it's called either. I'm just gonna blood moon. Yeah, that's what people are gonna be casting once the ring goes. Spell pierce. My god. It was for the eyeball mostly. Because I wasn't sure if they were on the unearth eyeball build or not. They didn't give this thing flying. Yeah, I'll jump. Exercise is bad. But I walked 8,500 steps today. Well, that's a big merc tide. Hey, maybe I want to double spell last turn. We're going to double spell this turn, but I'm just trying to figure out how exactly I want to do it. I start here, I think. It's time for your exercise. Oh, why not 10k? Because I got lazy. Should have been 10k. You're right, though. Harbinger? Raug. Feeling pretty amped. Flage. Frog. See if they want to drop their hand for this frog. This is pretty much him to Torok that gains me 3 life, which is kind of sweet. This card's Harbinger. Okay. This card's Counterspell. Old move Cotton. See if it pays off. I think I'm just gonna put all my energy into this guide. Gotta fly the frog, right? I think they need that card. Ocelot Pride. Scoop. Alright, well, this league is going swimmingly. It's a lot of cats. Mulligan. Uh-oh. Back-to-back one landies. Let's go to 5. Back-to-back-to-back one landies. Alright, I guess on 5 I gotta keep a one lander. Oh, it's Mono Blue Belcher. Alright, we'll see how good the Sanctum Prelates are. I guess the lead on Goddess Holes. I think having Thoughtseize hedges your matchup against this Mono Blue Belcher deck pretty well. But it depends on how like represented these combo decks are, right? Yeah, no Goblin Bombardment in this list either, which I think is interesting. I personally like 2 copies of Goblin Bombardment, but some people are playing none. Despair. I think we're going to game 2 here, chat. Really needed that land drop. I don't think I can mulligan anymore. They milled Force Negation DB underscore Young Dingo, which I guess I'm a suppression ray now. In Bayin Vale. Chooses Force Negation. Camera's getting laggy. Just means it's time for it to overheat, catch on fire, and shut down. See if that helps at all. Oh, it's just the stream. That's just the internet dying. Yeah, the internet's dying. Hopefully it stops dying shortly. Yeah, it's because Chris is streaming Netflix. I'm playing at Nauseam Tendrils. Lotus Bloom. Another have the Belcher in hand. Alright. GG. On to the next game. Heck. Alright, chat. The internet's dying. Sorry. Bear with me. It's not doing too hot right now. Alright. Blood Moon's pretty bad, I think, against Belcher. It's still dying. That's not fast! It needs to be at 400 download. Oh my god. I've dropped 8,000 frames, Krista. It's not fast. I had to borrow some of your speeds, Ariok. This matchup's so bad. Maybe I do leave him Blood Moon. I don't think it's great, but I'll give it a shot. The ring's so bad in this matchup, too. Maybe I'm just supposed to mulligan for Sanctum Prelate. It's turn 1 Ocelot Pride. It's probably turn 1 Elegant Parlor. Let's mulligan this hand. Alright, it's probably not getting any better than this. Put back Blood Moon Static Prison. Put back land also. Maybe do this. Leave the Blood Moon just in case. Unfortunately, I can't get planes here either. I'm probably going to haste the Amp Raptor and just try to aggro them down. Yeah, name 4 with Prelate. Ring's got to be awful. But I guess I'm actually just playing Aether Hub and Amp Raptor this turn then. So I can Blood Moon next turn. Okay, I guess I'm Blood Mooning this turn. See if our clock is fast enough. Pretty much can't cast anything for the rest of the game either, so this might be a little tough. Cast that one. Oh, heck yeah, another Guide Souls. Yeah, now Arena enters tapped or untapped because I have a mountain. This comes off in 2 turns. Don't kill me, Belcher opponent. I don't think they can either because they can't Tameshi plus make white mana right now. They sure can cast a Belcher, but that's definitely not going to be good enough. Thundertrap Trainer into Belcher is still not good enough. Into the Flood Maw. Okay, into the Flood Maw is interesting. Unable to scream. Into the Flood Maw. Alright, we pass. They pass back, we kill them. Bonk bonk. Alright, now we gotta reassess, because I think Ring is very poor, but at the same time, I'm not sure if any of these are better than Ring. I guess I could keep discharging and then just like pump my goddess holes with these discharges and maybe also kill Thundertrap Trainer and friends. I think on the draw, Ring's way too slow. So it's probably as good as I can do. High Noon? Is that even good though? I don't think it's good enough. Taking my turn 2 off for that seems not worth it. This hand ain't it. This hand is also not it. Alright. If we were destined to win this, we'll draw lands. Okay. Yeah, I attended my 1 land therapy today. How do you meta? Hopefully the internet holds on, chat. What's up, grass? Oh yeah, I'm keeping all the 1-landers in Vegas. I ain't there to keep stable, reliable hands. I'm there for a good time, not a long time. Oh, that's today, Timmy. As part of our Vegas testing, I'm gonna bring Lantern Control to Vegas. Yeah, they have one land. Verizon kept a one lander. Yeah, opponent's here for a long time though. Just tanking. That blue-red Fomotai deck is actually super sweet. Alright, we haven't dropped any frames in a minute. We're so back. Opponent's not back though. Opponent's booking their flight to Vegas right now. Laji. So the problem with surgical against Falaji, because I saw somebody ask why didn't they bring in surgical against the Falaji, is because this is all part of the same trigger, so I don't get to like snipe the Belcher before they get to pick it up, right? If they mill multiple Belchers, then it's good, but then like I don't know, it's asking a lot. Oh, up. Maybe we Amtraptor and then try to bait out this counterspell. Cool. Now we gotta hope they don't have a counterspell for Sanctum Prelate here. I don't think they would have countered a Johnny. And Head Prism. Alright, Prelate. I choose you for. Not a Trap Trainer. Reveals Flare of Denial. Bolt. How you doing, Garrick? I think I just prison this Pentad Prism. It's great that I don't really have to pay for it either. I don't know, Siebes, where do they go? Ready to hear the punchline? But if it's not funny, I have to time you out. To Prism, that's funny. Alright. Alright, alright. Acceptable. But don't worry, it's a light sentence where they can reflect. That's good. That's good. I'm stealing that one. It's called The Only Way to Beat Blue Belcher, Krista. Also, if you're going to be watching shut off your Netflix. The bandwidth. You're doing 2x the bandwidth. Unable to scream. Oh no. We're in trouble. Darkest Mage. Holy schmoly, Darkest Mage. Thank you for the giant raid. I appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. We're doing some Vegas testing. So we're playing various builds of energy today. And trying not to lose to Mono Blue Belcher, which is like challenge impossible. Static Prison, Static Prison, Static Prison, Static Prison. Lightning Bolt. Is this layers, chat? Does this still work? It loses all abilities. I don't think this works anymore. I think they're gonna cast a 4 and dumpster me. This isn't some like dress down dryad situation, right? Happens in layer 4. Oh, time to die. Your opponent has disconnected. Found the win con. I summoned Giant Meteor. Unfortunately, I didn't bring in Thraben Charm, I don't think. I think my only out is Static Prison. Oh, I used to know this one, Siebes. I forget now. But I used to know that one. I summoned Natural Disaster. It kills my internet. But it also makes them disconnect. Faux profit, non-profit. Classic. Why do you have so many dad jokes, Siebes? Oh no, they're back. They're gonna cast a Belcher. I'm gonna die. Or mod script. That makes sense, Seebs. I'm so dead, man. Oh, I'm so alive, man. So alive, man. Would you recommend Hollow One, Storm, or Murktide? Anything but Hollow One. If you're gonna play Murktide, I'd play the eyeball version. Don't flood mod me. Oh, you flood mod me. Don't Belcher. I might just concede. Yeah, I could try out Jacob's list. And then your list again. And it's decent. No, Hollow One's good. I'm just a hater. The deck's real. But you also have to get lucky. So as long as you repent your sins and you pray to somebody higher up and you're really lucky, then the deck's incredibly cracked. However, if you're a mere mortal, uh, deck's not too good. What about lantern control? Bad all the time. WTF? WTF. What a surveillance of Flazier. Agony. I'll take an agony. I've never missed an RCQ top 8 with it, but don't ask how many I've done. Hmm. He don't miss or he do miss? Math ain't math in here. Prediction has one person voting 10 points in doubt. It's probably Cruz. It was Cruz. For some reason, Krista was a believer this go around. That can't be right. One of one, 100% easy. Says not like you to believe. Are you feeling okay? Didn't sip on your haterade yet? All right, I'll be sure to quarantine over my winner's corner. You'll feel the wrath of a 6:30 punch. Wait, no, violence isn't allowed on stream. Well, they could make an exception, right? Can you not? Can you get away? It's my quarantine quarter. In game, in game. Violence in game. I'm really surprised they elected not to go after the ring. They static prisoned a Johnny instead. What is it? I mean, okay. If we had to bring a deck besides energy to a tournament, what would you bring? I'd probably bring either Storm because it's based, or maybe Blue Black Eyeball. Those are probably my second and third choices. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't take Ring here, but I'm gonna keep activating it if they didn't take it. Yeah, I'll be at Vegas. Is approaching real soon. Let's play another Ring. I'm just gonna play another Ring. Yeah, come say hi if you see me. 3 lands. Dies of 3 lands. Can I get your opinion on this energy list? No. Energy V2. 3 Flage, 2 Ragavan, 2 Skyclave. I think Skyclave sucks. I'm gonna be honest. Big Skyclave hater. Also, I think Static Prison's a little bit more versatile than Chain to the Rocks. Chain to the Rocks was a lot better before Blue Black Murktide started playing Eyeball because you could chain a Murktide and they wouldn't get any value. But now if you chain an Eyeball, then they at least get a 2/2, which is a lot worse. I wouldn't play the Skyclave, and I would probably just put Chain to the Rocks on the sideboard. Yeah, I make Jerry T. I make him so mad. Is it playing a bounce land? You're playing a Boros Garrison? Alright, take that out of your deck. Ooh. Hmm. Let's split the hastiness here. Hasty Agony. Yeah, I think Frog Eyes is a very, very good deck. Can we call it that? That's probably fine, right? Scoops. Alright, we'll take all 4 of these. Plus the Surgical, I think. And then, what have I been boarding out besides the Blood Moons? I board out some Galves here. What's going on in Vegas? I'm kind of just going to be there chilling. There's Worlds going on, which is the main event, limited for Duskmorn. And then there's also the Vegas Cube Draft for Ultimate Guard going on as well. And then I'm just going to do side events like Secret Lair Showdowns. I signed up for like 3 Secret Lair Showdown events. I forgot to swap the record to X1. Yeah, the Secret Lair Showdowns are modern. I think there's one for like Pioneer as well. But I signed up for the modern one because I don't own a Pioneer deck. He's done it. Did they keep 7 and then concede? I think my opponent just kept 7 and then conceded. All right, well, congrats.
Have you peaked? Bing bong, bing bong, bing bing bong. Have you peaked?
You're a third-rate duelist.
I can't take it anymore.